make them get on a plane. Make them come to a hotel.
Inconvenience them.
There's not one guy on the Florida Panthers right now that wants to get. They want to win tonight and go back and sleep in their bed and get like 4 or 5 days off.
Forget the Leafs. Gear up for Carolina, where no one's going to ask them any questions.
Make them pack.
Make them pack.
Print the T-shirt.
Make them pack.
Make them pack.
Make them pack.
Pick out the socks.
Hey,
oh, what a hassle.
just a toothbrush, probably Marchand.
Yeah.
Just a toothbrush in his jacket.
Can you imagine that? Yeah, that begrudging,
yes,
it's
the
go
worst.
Back to that.
And it's
more
customs
questions.
and
Customs.
Make him go through customs.
3.5 hours. What's Florida, Toronto?
Sure.
Three
really,
plus?
It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
And they'll have like 3 beautiful meals on the flight and play cards.
Hey, stale cookies. No. They
Yeah, it's Florida. You're right.
Florida Panthers.
I don't know if their owner can get anything these days.
All right, what else we got, Sammy?
Let's hit the break and we'll come back and do Leafs Line.
Leafs Line. You've heard from us way too much. We want to hear from you next on Sammy's Leaf Line when we return to Real Kipper and Bourne. Welcome back to the program. Nick Kiprios, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee. It's the Real Kipper and Bourne show, a segment that we started, I don't know, halfway through the season.
Mid-January?
And it's
mid-January.
It's my favorite.
Leaf Line, where you get to take over the show.
Yes, you do. And the Leafs Line is brought to you by Muskoka Bay Resort, a top 10 ranked Canadian course, part of the Freed Golf Network. Interesting calls today.
Oh, yeah?
In terms of just
how are people feeling?
Let's start
60-40?
Let's start. I don't know. I don't know where you get your percentages from. Let's start with
you guys.
Let's start with Terrace in Hamilton.
Hey guys, it's Terrace from Hamilton here again, and I got a feeling we might not win the cup this year. But you know what I do know? We're going to win tonight because we gotta. That way they can inflict the maximum amount of pain upon this fan base on Sunday. Jesus. Thanks for a great year, boys. You did a great job. Well, at least you did. Go Leafs, go.
Terrace,
See you in
Terrace,
2026.
if you're listening, repeat after me. Make them pack. Make them pack.
Slightly inconvenience them.
Yes.
I mean,
He's on board.
I just love that. Should probably be a drop. Jesus.
What would be the maximum pain?
Like a good hearty win tonight where you feel, Matthews scores 3.
Yes.
Marner's awesome. They find it. They look electric. Wall's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
they've got it.
Well,
And the same thing to me happens in Game 7, where the Leafs play great. Matthews and Marner both score. They're buzzing. They go to overtime, and they lose on a fluky goal, and then we get to have the conversation. But Matthews and Marner, they were really good in those 2 games.
Yeah.
They were really, but maybe, run it back.
as ugly as Game 5 was, this is the part where we all go, you're telling me there's a chance, but they have another night to prove to everybody that it is different. Yeah. It is different.
Redemption's available.
I don't believe you.
It's just, thank God you've got another opportunity, and it didn't end on that Game 5.
So true.
You should just, alone on that, you should feel really good going to the rink tonight.
I appreciate the feedback I got in my article, the absence of greatness that I wrote the other night. But, in it, I feel like I didn't close the door on the possibility.
Well, you're very optimistic in general.
Okay, that's fine. It is, but it's not over. And it's so weird to be like,
true. It is true. It's not over.
So anyway.
Okay, to that point, let's go to Davey in Dublin.
Quick question. If the Leafs go to Florida, and let's say they equal out, a 2-1, a 3-1, whatever, and they get it back to Game 7 and they win, is Marner owed an apology? They're being absolutely ridiculed from everyone. Bunkhouse was ready to kill 6 of them yesterday. But on a serious note, would they be owed an apology from the fans and Toronto media for the absolute lashing they're taking? Thanks, boys. Love the show.
That's a really great question.
Absolute lashing.
Lashing.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
No.
the answer is no.
No.
The answer is no. There's just has to be an acceptance in this market that when you play well, you get all the accolades, you get commercials, you get this, you get that, and then when you don't, they pound on you here.
Yep.
They'll absolutely pound on you, and that has to be one of those things where if you're a Leaf, you understand it, and if you're on the outside, you go, "Oh my God, would I really want to play in that market?"
And, we do the analysis based on what has happened in real life. And we have been, in my opinion, to try to be fair. And if the information changes and they do awesome stuff, I will adjust and I will give praise and I will applaud. But I don't think it would make what we said previously incorrect or apology worthy, for that matter.
If they go to play against Carolina, whenever that will start, I will say right now, I will fully apologize. I will apologize. And then I'll get mad all over again when they're playing like crap against Carolina. But for that one day,
Carolina just fills them in 4 columns.
I will apologize. I've apologized. Yeah, I'm a very guilty conscience. I've apologized my whole life.
We got locked in cameras, but you'd end up on your knees apologizing if it meant going to a conference final.
Correct. I don't have.
He would do some
shorts
unholy things to make that happen.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. Let's go to. Okay, so as positive, I guess, as the first two kind of were.
Oh, here comes
Do you
the.
guys want to get into the mud a little bit?
I don't, but I think our caller will.
Alex in Oak Ridge's place.
My take today is I think the other night showed us, and I think we can all agree, that some changes need to happen. Some changes are overdue after 9 years. And that includes exploring trading Austin Matthews. I think he could use a fresh start too after everything he's gone through over here. I think a team like Utah with a lot of young, controllable players would be an attractive destination to land a player like Austin Matthews. They'd love to have him on their team. And it could be a great opportunity with a lot less pressure and closer to home for him. And they've got players like Keller and Gunther and probably a plethora of picks. I'm not sure what their cupboard looks like. But yeah, that's my thought. What do you guys think? And that would leave us a lot of extra money to play with over the next couple of years.
It's just so hard to get top-end guys. So hard.
Well, first of all, Alex, I will tell you this, that in the last 24 hours, for some of my contacts or some of the people that I talk to daily, like that's the conversation people are having behind the scenes.
I've got that question way more.
What does it look like if they lose tonight, and where do they go moving forward? And now's not the time to have that conversation. I don't know if Monday morning will be.
Monday might be.
Right? May not be as you prepare for life maybe with Carolina. We don't know until we know. But Alex's comment is more real with conversations than I've had so you're telling me there's a chance. Mm-hmm. There's more of Alec in that conversation, including Matthews. In all probability, and I've said this, you don't get past Florida. We know Marner's gone, and where do they go moving forward? That, Alex, is a real conversation that's been going on with many of us.
Yeah, he's 6'3", 220, won the Hart Trophy. He's, Jack Eichel, had his start to the career in Buffalo, and everyone's like, this guy, all the negativity, whatever, goes to Vegas, plays on a good team, they win a cup, and all of a sudden,